Welcome to my channel. What if I tell you that you can learn English at home step by step, even if you feel stuck, confused, or scared to speak? Many people think they need a teacher, a big course, or perfect grammar, but the truth is different. Today, I will show you a simple path that can change everything. If you really want to speak English, comment start and stay with me till the end. Chapter 1. The day you decide to start. There is a moment in many people's lives that feels very quiet but very heavy at the same time. You are sitting alone, maybe in your room, maybe with your phone in your hand. You watch others speaking English. You understand a little, you recognize some words. But when it is your turn to speak, your mind becomes empty. Your heart beats fast. You feel shy. You feel slow. You feel like everyone else is moving forward, and you are standing in the same place. You tell yourself, I know some English, but I cannot speak. And slowly, this feeling becomes a belief. You start thinking, maybe English is not for me. This is the moment where many people stop, not because they are weak, but because they are tired of feeling stuck. But listen carefully. This moment is not your ending. This moment is your beginning. Everything changes on one simple day. The day you decide to start. Not when you feel ready, not when your grammar is perfect, not when you know thousands of words. No, everything changes when you say, I will start today. Even if your voice shakes, even if your sentence is small, even if your English is broken, you start. Many people think English is a talent. They think some people are born smart. They think some people have a special brain. But this is not true. English is not a gift. English is a habit. It is something you build every day, slowly, step by step. Just like walking. Just like learning to ride a bicycle. At first it feels impossible. But with small daily action, it becomes natural. Now I will tell you something very important. You do not need 5 hours every day. You do not need a big plan. You do not need to study until you feel tired. You only need 10 minutes. Yes, just 10 minutes. But those 10 minutes must be real. In those 10 minutes, you speak. You try. You make mistakes. You repeat. You feel the language. That small time, done every day, becomes powerful. It becomes your secret. Let me tell you a simple story. There was a learner just like you. He knew some English words. He watched videos. He understood a little, but he never spoke. He always waited. He said, I will start when I feel ready. Days passed, weeks passed, nothing changed. One day, something inside him shifted. He looked at himself and said, I am done waiting. That day, he stood in his room and spoke his first sentence. It was not big, it was not perfect. He simply said, I am here. Then he said, I am learning. That was it. 2 small sentences. But something powerful happened. He smiled. For the first time, he felt, I can speak. That moment is everything. It is not about the sentence, it is about the decision. When you speak your first sentence alone, you break a wall inside your mind. You move from thinking to doing, from fear to action, from silence to voice. And once you take that step, something new begins. Your confidence starts growing. Slowly, quietly, but strongly. You do not need to be great to start. You need to start to become great. Right now, I want you to imagine yourself. Not tomorrow, not next month. Right now. You are in your room. You take a deep breath, and you say one sentence. Just one. I am learning English. Say it slowly. Say it again. Feel it. This is your first step. This is your moment. Many people will watch videos. Many people will learn tips. But only a few will start. Be that person. Be the one who takes action. Be the one who says, today is my day. Because the truth is very simple. Starting is more important than knowing everything. You can know grammar. You can know rules. You can know many words. But if you do not start, nothing changes. And you can know very little. But if you start, everything changes. This is your beginning. Not a big one, not a perfect one, but a real one. And from this small start, a powerful journey will grow. Chapter 2. Build your English space at home. Look around you right now. You may be sitting in your room, maybe there is a bed behind you, a chair beside you, your phone in your hand. Nothing special, nothing fancy. And maybe you are thinking, I cannot learn English here. I need a classroom. I need a teacher. I need a perfect place. But what if I tell you something surprising? This place where you are sitting right now can become your English classroom. Not tomorrow, not after buying something, right now. You do not need a big setup. You do not need expensive books. You do not need a special course. You already have everything you need. A small space, a quiet moment, and your willingness to learn. That is enough, more than enough. Because learning English is not about where you are, it is about what you do with where you are. Now let's do something simple but powerful. Start changing your space, step by step. Not big changes, small changes, easy changes. The kind of changes that feel natural, not stressful. Take your phone. This small device is already a big part of your life. You use it every day, many times. Now imagine if your phone starts speaking English to you. Not loudly, not forcefully, just quietly, in the background. Change your phone language to English. At first it may feel strange. Some words may confuse you. But slowly, very slowly, your mind will begin to understand. Words like settings, messages, call, gallery will become familiar. You will not study them. You will just see them again and again. And without effort, they will become part of you. Now look at your room again, your table, your door, your mirror. These are not just objects anymore, they are opportunities. Take small pieces of paper and write simple English words. Door, chair, bed, mirror. Put them on those objects. Every time you look at them, your brain will see English. Not as a subject, but as part of your life. This is how children learn. They do not sit with big books all the time. They see, they hear, they repeat. Again and again, and slowly, language becomes natural to them. You can do the same, in your own room, in your own simple way. Now let's talk about sound. English is not only something you read, it is something you hear. Every day, try to listen to English. Not for hours, just for a few minutes. Play a simple video, a short story, a slow conversation. You do not need to understand everything. That is not the goal. The goal is to let your ears become familiar with the sound, the rhythm, the flow. At first it may feel like noise, but slowly, it becomes music. And then, it becomes meaning. Let me tell you a small story. There was a learner who felt exactly like you. He thought learning English was very hard. He tried books. He tried grammar, but nothing worked for him. One day, he made a very small decision. He changed his phone language to English. That was it. No big plan, no pressure. In the beginning he struggled. He clicked wrong buttons. He got confused. But he did not stop. Every day he used his phone, and every day he saw English words again and again. Without trying, he started remembering them. Words like battery, download, update, settings became normal for him. After some time, something interesting happened. He started recognizing those words in videos, then in conversations, then in his own thoughts. He did not sit and memorize them. He lived with them, and that made all the difference. This is the power of environment. When English is around you, your brain slowly accepts it. It stops feeling like something new, something scary, something difficult. It becomes normal, comfortable, familiar. And this is the most beautiful part. You are not forcing yourself. You are not pushing your brain hard. You are simply allowing English to enter your life, little by little. Right now, you may feel like you do not have enough resources. You may feel like others have better tools, better teachers, better opportunities. But the truth is simple. You already have what you need: your space, your time, your effort. And when you use your environment smartly, learning becomes easy. It becomes natural. It becomes part of your daily life. You do not always need to sit and study. Sometimes, learning happens when you are just living. Imagine waking up and seeing English on your wall, using your phone in English, hearing English in your ears, speaking one small sentence in your room. This is not hard. This is simple. And this is powerful. Your home is not a limitation. Your home is your advantage. And once you understand this, everything changes. Chapter 3. Your first 20 words that change everything. Many learners make one common mistake. They believe they need to learn hundreds or thousands of words before they can speak English. So they open long lists. They try to memorize difficult vocabulary. They feel tired. They feel confused. And after some time, they stop. Not because they are weak, but because the process feels too heavy. But here is the truth that can change everything for you. You do not need many words to start speaking. You only need the right words. Imagine this. What if just 20 simple words can help you start speaking today? Not tomorrow, not after months. Today. Words that are part of your daily life. Words you already understand a little. Words you can use again and again. This is where your real journey begins. Let's think about simple words. Eat, go, come, drink, water, sleep, work, sit, stand, walk, talk, see, like, want, have, make, give, take, open, close. These are not big words. These are not difficult words. But these words are powerful because they are connected to your life. Now something very important happens. One word is not just one word. One word can create many sentences, and this is where your speaking begins. Take one word, eat. Now look what you can do with it. I eat. I eat food. I eat at home. I eat every day. I eat with my family. I eat rice. I eat slowly. I eat now. Do you see this? One simple word becomes many sentences, and each sentence is a step forward. Now take another word, go. I go. I go to school. I go to work. I go outside. I go with my friend. I go every day. Again, simple, but powerful. This is how language grows, not by learning difficult words, but by using simple words again and again in different ways. But here is the most important part. You must not just read these words. You must speak them. You must repeat them. You must use them. This is active learning, not passive learning. Passive learning is when you only watch videos. You only read. You only listen, but you do not speak. And because of that, your brain understands, but your mouth stays silent. Active learning is different. You speak the word, you say the sentence, you repeat it, you feel it. Even if your pronunciation is not perfect, even if your sentence is small, you speak. Say it with me now. I eat. I eat food. I eat at home. Say it again, slowly, clearly. Feel the words coming out of your mouth. This is how confidence starts. Not from thinking, but from speaking. Let me tell you a simple but powerful story. There was a learner who always felt stuck. He knew many English words. He understood videos, but he could not speak. Every time he tried, he felt nervous. His mind became empty. He thought, maybe I need to learn more words. But one day, he changed his approach. He did something very simple. He chose just 20 words. Only 20, not more. And he decided, I will use these words every day. On the first day, he felt uncomfortable. His sentences were very small, very simple. I go, I eat, I sleep. It did not sound perfect. It did not sound impressive. But he did not stop. On the second day, something changed. He started adding more words. I eat food, I go outside, I sleep at night. Still simple, but now, more natural. After a few days, something beautiful happened. Without thinking too much, he started making sentences. Not perfect sentences, but real sentences. And for the first time in his life, he smiled and said, I can speak. That moment is powerful. It is not about how many words you know. It is about how you use the words you know. When you take small words and use them again and again, they become part of you. They become automatic. They become your voice. Right now, I want you to try something. Choose one word, just one. Maybe drink. Now make 3 sentences. I drink. I drink water. I drink water every day. Say them out loud. Feel them. This is your practice. This is your progress. You do not need to wait. You do not need to feel ready. You already have enough to begin. And here is the most exciting part. When you start with small words, your confidence grows quickly. You do not feel lost. You do not feel overwhelmed. You feel strong. You feel capable. You feel in control. This is how beginners become speakers. Not by learning everything, but by using something. Small vocabulary can create big confidence. And once you feel that confidence, you will want to learn more. You will want to speak more. You will want to grow. So do not chase big words. Do not chase perfection. Start with your 20 words. Use them, repeat them, live with them. And slowly, step by step, those small words will open a big world for you. Chapter 4. Speak before you feel ready. There is a silent trap that stops most English learners, and it feels very normal. You tell yourself, I will speak when I am ready. You wait for the right time. You wait to learn more words. You wait to understand grammar better. You wait to feel confident. And days pass, weeks pass, sometimes even months pass. But the truth is very simple and very honest. That moment never comes. You never feel fully ready. Because confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes after speaking. Many learners are stuck in this cycle. They learn, they watch, they understand a little more every day, but they do not speak. And because they do not speak, their brain never builds the habit of speaking. It is like trying to learn swimming by watching videos, but never entering the water. No matter how much you watch, your body does not learn until you jump in. So today, you are going to change one rule in your life. A very simple rule. Speak first. Improve later. This rule will feel uncomfortable in the beginning. Your sentences will not be perfect. You may stop in the middle. You may forget words. You may feel slow. But that is not a problem. That is the process. That is how learning happens. Right now, I want you to understand something important. Communication is not about perfect grammar. Communication is about sharing meaning. Even broken English can carry meaning. Even simple sentences can express your thoughts. Let me show you something. Imagine you say, I go market. It is not perfect, but people understand you. You say, I know understand. Again, not perfect, but the meaning is clear. You say, I want water. Simple, direct, powerful. Do you see this? You do not need perfect English to communicate. You only need the courage to try. Now let's bring this into your daily life. Every day, speak simple sentences. Talk about what you are doing. I sit. I stand. I open door. I drink water. I watch video. These sentences are small, but they are real. And when you speak them, your brain starts building a connection between your thoughts and your voice. At first, it may feel strange. You may feel like you are talking to yourself. You may feel like your English is too simple. But do not stop, because something powerful is happening inside you. Your brain is learning to move faster. Your mouth is learning to follow your thoughts. Your fear is slowly getting weaker. Let me tell you a story. There were two learners. Both started at the same time. Both knew some English. The first learner decided to wait. He said, I will speak when I learn more. So he kept studying, watching, listening, but he stayed silent. The second learner did something different. He said, I will speak now. His English was not good. His sentences were broken. Sometimes people did not understand him. Sometimes he made mistakes. But he kept speaking. After some time, something interesting happened. The first learner knew more words. He understood more grammar. But he still could not speak. He still felt afraid. The second learner, even with simple English, started speaking more freely. His sentences became better. His confidence became stronger. Why? Because speaking is a skill, and skills grow with practice, not with waiting. This is the truth that many people do not realize. You do not become fluent by studying only. You become fluent by speaking, by trying, by making mistakes and learning from them. And here is the most important part. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are your teacher. Every time you make a mistake, your brain learns something new. Every time you say something wrong, you move one step closer to saying it right. So instead of being afraid of mistakes, you should welcome them. You should say, this is my progress. Right now, I want you to feel safe. You are allowed to make mistakes. You are allowed to speak wrong English. You are allowed to be slow. Because this is your learning stage. This is your growth stage. Say this with me. I speak English, even if I make mistakes. Again, I speak English, even if I make mistakes. Feel that. This is your new mindset. From today, do not wait. Do not delay. Do not tell yourself later. Start now. Speak now. Even one sentence, even one word, it is enough. Because the truth is simple and powerful. You do not need to be ready to speak. You need to speak to become ready. And the moment you understand this, everything changes. Chapter 5. The Mirror Practice That Builds Confidence. There is one simple method that looks very small from the outside, but inside it has the power to change everything. You do not need a partner. You do not need a teacher. You do not need a perfect environment. You only need one thing: a mirror. Yes, something you already have in your room, something you look at every day without thinking. But today, That mirror will become your first speaking partner. Stand in front of your mirror. Look at yourself. Not quickly. Not casually. Look at yourself with attention. This is you. This is the person who is learning. This is the person who will speak English. And now, slowly, say your first sentence. My name is Mile. Pause. Look at your face. Then say, I am learning English. It may feel strange. It may feel a little uncomfortable, but that is okay. That feeling is new, and new things always feel different at first. Now say it again. This time a little more clearly. My name is Mile. I am learning English. You are not speaking to a stranger. You are speaking to yourself. And that is why this method is so powerful. There is no pressure. No one is judging you. No one is correcting you. No one is laughing. It is just you and your voice. This is where fear starts to disappear. Many learners are not afraid of English. They are afraid of people. They are afraid of making mistakes in front of others. They are afraid of being judged. But when you speak to yourself, that fear has no place. You are safe. You are free. You can try. You can repeat. You can make mistakes without any worry. Now slowly, expand your sentences. Start with your day. I wake up. I drink water. I go to work. Look at yourself while speaking. Notice your expression. Notice your voice. You are not just learning English. You are building confidence. Then go a little deeper. Talk about your feelings. I feel happy. I feel tired. I feel excited. These are simple sentences, but they are real. They come from your life. And when you speak about your real life, your English becomes natural. Now take one more step. Talk about your plans. Tomorrow I will study. I will practice English. I will improve. When you speak about your future, something inside you becomes stronger. You start believing in yourself. At first, you may speak slowly. You may stop between words. You may repeat the same sentence again and again. But that is not a problem. That is your training. Every time you speak, your brain becomes faster. Your mouth becomes more comfortable. Your confidence becomes stronger. Let me tell you a simple but powerful story. There was a learner who was very shy. He knew some English, but he never spoke. Even when he had a chance, he stayed silent. He felt nervous. His hands would shake. His voice would disappear. One day he decided to try something different. He stood in front of a mirror and spoke one sentence. I am here. It felt strange. He laughed a little. He felt awkward. But he did not stop. The next day he came back. This time he spoke more. I am learning English. I am trying. I will not stop. Every day he stood in front of that mirror. Every day he spoke a little more. At first his voice was low. His eyes moved away. He could not look at himself for long. But slowly something changed. His voice became stronger. His sentences became longer. And one day, something beautiful happened. He was speaking in front of the mirror, and suddenly, he smiled. Not because his English was perfect, not because his grammar was correct, but because he realized, I am speaking. That smile was his victory. That moment was his breakthrough. This is the power of mirror practice. Confidence does not come from speaking in front of people first. It grows in private. It grows when you are alone. It grows when you practice without fear. And then, one day, you take that confidence outside. Right now, I want you to imagine yourself standing in front of your mirror. You take a deep breath. You look at yourself. And you say, I can speak English. Slowly. Clearly. Again. I can speak English. This is not just a sentence. This is a belief you are building. Do not wait for a perfect moment. Do not wait for someone to help you. Your mirror is ready. Your voice is ready. You are ready. Start today. Speak to yourself. Smile at yourself. Believe in yourself. Because the person in the mirror is not just a learner anymore. That person is becoming a speaker. Chapter 6. Listen like a child, not like a student. There is something very simple that most learners forget. Before you speak a language, you hear it. Before you understand it, you feel it. This is how every child learns. A child does not open a grammar book. A child does not sit and memorize rules. A child listens, again and again, day after day, without pressure, without fear, without thinking I must understand everything. And slowly, the language becomes part of them. Now think about how most learners try to learn English. They listen once. If they do not understand, they stop. They feel frustrated. They think, this is too hard. They move to something else. And because of this, their ears never get trained. Their brain never gets used to the sound. So today you are going to change your way of listening. You are not going to listen like a student. You are going to listen like a child. Listening like a student means you are always trying to understand every word. You pause. You translate. You think about grammar. You get tired. Listening like a child is different. You just listen. You let the sound come to you. You do not fight with it. You do not force meaning. You just stay with it. Start with simple English. Very simple. Easy stories. Slow podcasts. Basic videos. Do not choose difficult content. Do not choose fast speakers. Choose something that feels comfortable. Something that feels light. Now play it. Listen once. Maybe you understand some words. Maybe you understand nothing. That is okay. Do not stop. Listen again, and again, and again. At first, it may feel like noise. Just sound. No meaning. But slowly, something changes. Your brain starts recognizing patterns. You begin to notice the same words again and again. You start catching small pieces, then small sentences, then ideas. You are not forcing this. It is happening naturally. This is very important to understand. You do not need to understand everything in the beginning. In fact, trying to understand everything can slow you down, because your brain becomes tired. But when you relax and just listen, your brain works quietly in the background. It connects sounds. It builds meaning slowly. Think about music. When you hear a song in another language, you may not understand the words, but you still enjoy it. You feel the rhythm. You feel the emotion. Language is the same. First, you feel it. Then, you understand it. Let me tell you a simple story. There was a learner who always struggled with listening. Every time he played an English video, he stopped after a few seconds. He said, "I do not understand." He felt stressed. He felt slow. He believed listening was too difficult for him. One day, he decided to try something new. He chose a very simple English story. Very slow. Very easy. And he made one rule for himself. I will not stop. I will listen again and again. On the first day, he understood almost nothing, just a few words. But he did not stop. He listened again. On the second day, he listened to the same story. This time, he recognized more words. On the third day, something changed. He started understanding small sentences. And though he did not study grammar, he did not translate every word. He just listened. After some days, he noticed something amazing. When he heard new English sentences, his brain started responding faster. He did not need to think too much. He started feeling the language. That is the moment when listening becomes power. This is how your brain learns to think in English. Not by force, but by exposure, by repetition, by patience. Right now, I want you to relax your mind. You do not need to understand everything. You do not need to feel pressure. You only need to listen. Say this in your mind. It is okay if I do not understand. I will keep listening. This is your new mindset. From today, give a few minutes daily to listening. Choose one simple story, one easy video, one slow podcast, and repeat it again and again. Let the sound enter your mind. Let your brain work naturally. Because here is the truth. Listening is not just a skill. It is the foundation. When you listen enough, your speaking becomes easier. Your thinking becomes faster. Your confidence becomes stronger. And the most powerful part is this. Repetition creates fluency. Not once, not twice, but again and again. That is how your brain learns. That is how language becomes natural. So do not rush, do not stress. Just listen, like a child. And slowly, step by step, English will start making sense. Chapter 7. Make English your daily habit. Now everything comes together. All the small steps you learned are not separate. They are parts of one simple system, a daily habit. And this habit is the real secret. Not talent, not long study, not big plans, just a small routine that you follow every day. Many learners start with energy. They study for hours one day. Then they feel tired. Then they stop for 2 or 3 days. Then they start again. Then they stop again. This cycle continues. And because of this, progress becomes slow. Confidence becomes weak. Motivation goes up and down. But there is a better way, a simpler way, a stronger way. You do not need to study more. You need to stay consistent. Consistency means small action every day. Even when you feel lazy, even when you feel tired, even when you feel busy, you still do a little, and that little becomes powerful. Now let me show you a very simple daily system. Easy to follow, easy to remember, easy to start. In the morning, when you wake up, speak 3 sentences. Just 3. Not 10, not 20, just 3. I wake up. I feel fresh. Today I will practice English. Say them slowly. Say them clearly. This is how you start your day with English. During the day, notice English around you. Look at your phone. Look at your room. Look at simple things. When you see something, say it in English. This is a chair. This is my phone. I open the door. You are not studying. You are just noticing. You are connecting English with your life. In the evening, take a few minutes to listen. Play a simple story, a short video, something easy. Listen and repeat. Do not rush. Listen one sentence. Repeat it. Again. Feel the sound. Feel the rhythm. This is where your listening and speaking connect. At night, before you sleep, think in English. Close your eyes and say simple thoughts. Today I worked. I learned English. Tomorrow I will improve. Even if your sentences are small, it is okay. You are training your mind to think in English. This is your full system. Morning, day, evening, night. Simple, clear, powerful. And the most important thing is this. Do it every day. Not perfectly, not with pressure. Just do it. Let me tell you a story. There was a learner who always believed he needed a long study time to improve. He tried studying for hours, but he could not stay consistent. He stopped many times. He felt frustrated. He felt like he was not improving. One day, he decided to change his approach. He made a simple promise. I will give only 10 minutes every day, but I will not skip. On the first day, it felt very small. Just a few sentences, a little listening, a little thinking. But he did it. On the second day, he did it again. On the third day, again. Slowly, it became a habit. It became part of his life. He did not need motivation. He did not need pressure. It became natural. After some weeks, something changed. His mind became faster. His sentences became easier. He did not feel stuck anymore. And one day, something beautiful happened. He was speaking, and suddenly, he realized he was not thinking too much. Words were coming naturally. He stopped for a moment and smiled. That was his transformation moment. Not because he studied for hours, but because he stayed consistent. This is the power of daily habit. Small actions, repeated every day, create big results. Right now, I want you to feel something. You do not need to do everything perfectly. You do not need to be the best. You only need to be consistent. Say this to yourself. I can do this. Yes, you can. Because this system is simple. It fits your life. It does not require extra time. It becomes part of your routine. And once it becomes your habit, English is no longer something you study. It becomes something you live. So start today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Morning, speak 3 sentences. Day, notice English. Evening, listen and repeat. Night, think in English. Step by step, day by day. And slowly, your English will grow, your confidence will rise, your voice will become stronger. Because in the end, it is not about doing more, it is about doing it every day. Chapter 8. The Day English Becomes Your Voice. There is a moment that every learner dreams about. A quiet moment. A simple moment. But a very powerful one. A moment when English is no longer something you study. It becomes something you use, something you feel, something that comes out of you without fear. At first, it feels like a surprise. You are in a normal situation. Maybe someone asks you a question. Maybe you need to say something simple. And before your mind starts translating, before you stop yourself, the words come out, naturally, smoothly, without force. And after you speak, you pause for a second, because something feels different. You did not try too hard. You did not search for words. You did not feel afraid. You just spoke. And in that moment, you realize something beautiful. English is becoming your voice. But listen carefully. This moment does not come in one day. It is not magic. It is not luck. It is the result of everything you have been doing, step by step. Remember the first day, the day you decided to start, when your sentences were small, when your voice was unsure, when you felt shy. That was your beginning. Then you changed your environment. Your room became your classroom. Your phone started showing you English. Your walls started reminding you of simple words. English slowly entered your life. Then you learned your first words. Not hundreds, not thousands, just simple words. Words you used every day. And those small words gave you the power to make your first sentences. Bye. Then you made a bold decision. You spoke before you felt ready. You stopped waiting. You stopped being silent. You allowed yourself to make mistakes. And those mistakes became your teachers. Then you stood in front of the mirror. You spoke to yourself. You built your confidence in private. You saw your own progress. You smiled at yourself for the first time. Then you started listening, not like a student, but like a child. You listened again and again. You did not force meaning. You let the language come to you. And slowly, your mind began to understand. And then, you built your daily habit. Small actions. Every day. Morning. Day. Evening. Night. No pressure. No perfection. Just consistency. All these steps. All these small actions. They come together. Quietly. Slowly. Powerfully. And one day, without warning, everything connects. Let me tell you a story. There was a learner who followed this simple path, day by day, step by step. He was not perfect. He made many mistakes. He felt slow sometimes, but he did not stop. One day he went outside. A simple day. Nothing special. Someone asked him a question in English. A very normal question. And before he had time to think, he answered. Just like that. No fear, no long pause, no translation. He answered naturally. After that, he stood there for a moment. His heart was beating fast. Not from fear, but from excitement, from surprise, from joy. He smiled, because he understood something very deep. I am speaking, not trying, not forcing, just speaking. That was his moment. That is the moment you are moving toward. Right now, I want you to imagine yourself in that moment. Someone speaks to you in English. You listen. You understand. You respond. Calmly, naturally, confidently. How does that feel? That is not a dream. That is your future. And the most important truth is this: fluency is not a big jump. It is not one big moment. It is the result of many small moments, daily actions, daily effort, daily courage. Every sentence you speak, every word you repeat, every minute you listen, every small habit you build, all of it is creating your fluency. You are not far away. You are on the path. So do not stop now. Do not doubt yourself. Do not go back to waiting. Keep going, because one day, very soon, English will not feel like something outside you. It will feel like something inside you. It will become your voice,